Welcome everyone! In this video, we follow the journey of a man as he builds a unique home right in the midst of a cluster of fallen tree trunks lying together on the forest floor. How will he turn this special spot into a stunning dwelling? Let's find out! First, he begins by carefully clearing away the surrounding vegetation, cutting down small trees and plants around the cluster of fallen trunks. This step not only opens up the space, but also prepares a clean and stable area where the construction will take place. By removing obstacles and creating a neat working zone, he ensures that the building process can move forward smoothly and safely, making it easier to bring his vision for the house to life. Inside the massive fallen trunk, he skillfully removes the central portions of the wood, prying them out piece by piece. This careful work creates a hollow space within the trunk, transforming it from a solid log into a functional structure. By clearing out the middle, he not only makes room for the interior features of the future home, but also shapes the trunk into a natural frame that will become an essential part of the house's design. After that, he begins the meticulous task of digging out a clean and spacious area inside the hollow trunk. With steady movements, he shovels away the compacted soil and removes the stones embedded within, carrying them out piece by piece. As the interior gradually opens up, the space becomes brighter, airier, and far more suitable for construction. Every load of earth and stone he extracts is not wasted. Instead, he takes it outside and skillfully repurposes it to level the ground around the site. This not only gives him a stable and even surface to work on, but also helps integrate the building area seamlessly with its surroundings. By the time this stage is complete, the once cluttered interior has been transformed into a wide, clean foundation, ready to serve as the heart of the house he is about to create. Inside the house, he begins crafting a sturdy cooking area by stacking stones carefully into the shape of a traditional stove. Using mud as a natural binder, he fills the gaps between the stones, ensuring the structure is both strong and well insulated. As the stove takes form, he extends the build upward into a tall chimney, also reinforced with layers of stone and mud. This chimney will guide the smoke safely out of the house, keeping the interior clear and breathable. The combination of natural materials not only makes the stove durable, but also blends perfectly with the rustic and earthy atmosphere of the home. At the front section of the fallen trunk, he uses a saw to cut away a portion of the wood, carefully shaping the opening for a doorway. Each stroke of the saw is deliberate, ensuring the cut is clean and precise so the door will fit perfectly. This step transforms the solid trunk into an inviting entrance, marking the transition from the rugged exterior to the warm and functional space inside. The newly created doorway not only adds practicality, but also gives the home its first true welcoming feature. He selects sturdy wooden beams and skillfully sharpens one end of each to a point. These pointed beams are then driven firmly into the ground, forming upright posts that outline the perimeter of the house. Each post is positioned with care to ensure stability and alignment, creating a strong skeletal frame for the walls. These posts will serve as the foundation for attaching the wall panels, ensuring the structure remains solid and secure, while also giving shape to the house's overall design. gathers long, straight bamboo poles and begins tying them horizontally, stacking them one above another. Starting with the back wall, he works methodically, securing each bamboo pole tightly to the upright post with strong bindings. Every piece is carefully positioned so that the wall becomes both sturdy and well-aligned. This layering method not only strengthens the structure, but also creates a natural, rustic surface that blends beautifully with the surrounding environment. As the bamboo walls rise, the house slowly begins to take shape from the back toward the front. From the bamboo wall up to the fallen trunk above, he connects additional wooden posts, securing them firmly in place. Onto these posts, he ties more bamboo poles, weaving and fastening them tightly to close any remaining gaps. This careful work creates a seamless connection between the newly built walls and the natural trunk structure, ensuring both stability and insulation. The side walls on both ends are also constructed using bamboo poles. He ties each pole securely to the upright post, stacking them layer by layer until the walls are solid and well covered. This method not only reinforces the overall structure, but also maintains a consistent natural look around the entire house. For the front wall, he first selects several strong, flexible wooden beams and skillfully bends them, connecting the two sections of the fallen trunk at the front. These curved beams form a solid arched frame that ties the two main parts of the structure together, adding both strength and shape to the facade. Once the frame is secured, he begins the meticulous process of tying bamboo poles across it, stacking them in neat horizontal layers. Each pole is bound tightly with strong cords, ensuring the wall is sturdy and well fitted. While building, he carefully plans and leaves two open spaces, one for a large window and another for the main door. The window will allow sunlight to pour into the interior and provide fresh air, while the door will serve as a welcoming entrance to the home. He then prepares a mixture of thick, wet mud and begins carefully applying it over the entire surface of the bamboo walls. With practiced hands, he spreads the mud into every gap, ensuring that no open space is left exposed. This coating not only seals the walls against rain and moisture, but also acts as a natural layer of insulation, keeping the interior warmer in cold weather and cooler during hot days. He heads out to collect large sheets of bark from tree trunks, carefully peeling them away so they remain intact and usable. Each piece is chosen for its size, thickness, and flexibility, ensuring it will serve well in construction. Carrying the bark back to the building site, he prepares to use it as a natural weather-resistant material. These bark sheets will not only add another protective layer to the house, but also contribute to its organic, harmonious look, blending seamlessly with the surrounding forest environment. Using the bark sheets he has gathered, he begins the careful process of covering the mud-coated bamboo walls. Each sheet is positioned with precision. He presses them firmly against the surface, shaping them to follow the slight curves and natural lines of the walls, ensuring they stay secure. The varying shades and rough textures of the bark create a seamless transition between the newly built walls and the massive fallen trunk that forms the core of the house. This step does more than just strengthen the walls, it transforms their appearance. The bark blends so naturally with the tree's original surface that the boundary between the old trunk and the new structure almost disappears. From a distance, the house looks as though it might have been formed entirely by nature, with the bark acting like a skin that unites the dwelling into one harmonious whole. create the flooring for the house, he uses a combination of stone and mud, working patiently to ensure it is both solid and level. First, he spreads a thick layer of mud across the ground, covering every inch of the surface to form a smooth, adhesive base. Then, one by one, he places the stones tightly together, pressing them firmly into the mud so they lock in place. Each stone is carefully chosen for its size and shape, allowing them to fit closely without large gaps. As the mud seeps into the spaces between the stones and begins to dry, it binds them into a single sturdy layer. This method not only provides a strong, durable floor, but also helps insulate the interior, keeping the space cool in the heat and warm in the cold. He begins crafting a bed frame from sturdy wooden beams, selecting each piece for its strength and straightness. Using a hand drill, he carefully bores holes at the connecting points, then inserts wooden dowels to lock the pieces in place. This traditional joinery method, free of nails or metal fasteners, creates a frame that is not only solid and durable, but also entirely natural. As the beams are joined, the shape of the bed gradually takes form, a simple yet strong structure designed to last for years. After completing the sturdy wooden frame, he moves on to installing the bed surface using bamboo. He selects long, straight bamboo poles of equal thickness, cutting them to the exact width of the frame. Each pole is placed side by side across the structure, forming a tightly fitted surface that is both strong and comfortable. The flat section of the massive fallen trunk is cleverly repurposed into a functional table. Recognizing its natural stability and unique shape, he smooths the surface and prepares it for daily use. To enhance both durability and appearance, he lays bamboo poles across the tabletop, cutting them to size so they align neatly with the edges. Each bamboo piece is placed side by side, their smooth, rounded surfaces creating a clean and uniform finish. Using sturdy wooden beams, he begins crafting the main door for the house. First, he builds a precise rectangular frame from neatly cut, square-edged wooden beams, making sure each corner is perfectly aligned. Once the frame is complete, he fills its surface with evenly sized round wooden logs, placing them closely side by side. Each log is securely fastened, creating a solid yet visually appealing pattern that showcases the natural grain and texture of the wood. The combination of a square fitted frame and a rounded, rustic finish gives the door durability and character, ensuring not only functionality, but also a beautiful accent. Outside the house, he began building a wood-fired oven for cooking. First, he gathered sturdy stones and carefully arranged them into a square, stacking each one precisely so that the walls would be strong and even. At the front, he left a gap and skillfully shaped it into a graceful arch, creating an entrance that served as both an entrance for the food to be placed inside and an exit for the heat to escape. The edges of the oven's arched doorway are lined with round wooden logs, each cut to size and fitted neatly to follow the curve. These wooden pieces add a warm, natural accent to the structure, contrasting beautifully with the rugged stonework. For the outer surface, he carefully lays stones across the entire exterior, fitting them tightly together so the oven has a solid, weather-resistant shell. He uses long, flexible bamboo poles to bend, and form a graceful arch roof over the outdoor oven. Each pole is anchored firmly at the base, then carefully curved to meet at the top, creating a sturdy and symmetrical frame. Once the arch is complete, he begins tying additional bamboo poles horizontally and vertically across the frame, making sure they are tightly secured to cover every open space. He then prepares a thick mixture of mud and spreads it carefully over the bamboo surface of the arched roof, pressing it into every gap so the coating forms a solid, weatherproof layer. The mud clings tightly to the bamboo, adding weight and strength while also providing natural insulation against heat and moisture. Once the roof is fully coated, he turns his attention to the back of the oven, covering it completely to ensure it is well protected from wind and rain. At the front, he leaves an open square space designed to hold the grill racks, making it easy to place food inside and remove it when cooked. Above this opening, he incorporates a vertical chimney, ensuring that smoke can flow out smoothly while heat is retained inside the oven. He lights a fire in the lower chamber of the oven, feeding it with dry wood until the flames burn steadily and the stones inside radiate heat. Once the fire is well established, he places skewers of fresh fish on the grill rack above, letting the rising heat cook them evenly from below. The faint scent of smoke wafts through the air as the fish slowly turns golden brown, the skin crisping while the flesh remains tender and juicy. This simple yet ingenious cooking method not only enhances the flavor, but also makes the most of the oven's design, transforming your freshly caught fish into a delicious meal. He begins preparing to install a railing around the house's front yard, starting by cutting sturdy wooden beams to the proper length. Each piece is measured carefully to ensure uniformity and a precise fit. Once the beams are ready, he drives strong wooden posts into the ground along the edge of the yard, spacing them evenly to create a solid framework for the railing. These posts serve as the main supports, firmly anchored to withstand weight and weather. At the base of the railing, he creates a sturdy border by combining wood and mud. First, he arranges wooden beams tightly along the bottom edge, fitting them snugly between the railing posts to form a continuous line. He applies thick layers of mud around and between the beams, pressing it firmly so it locks the wood in place and seals any gaps. This base not only strengthens the railing structure, but also gives it a solid, grounded appearance. Above the base, he begins connecting horizontal beams and short wooden logs between the railing posts, arranging them in a decorative yet sturdy pattern. Each horizontal beam is measured and cut to fit perfectly, then securely fastened to ensure the railing remains strong and stable. The short wooden logs are placed strategically between these beams, adding texture and visual interest to the design. This combination of structural support and artistic detail transforms the railing from a simple safety feature into a charming piece of craftsmanship. He used a section of the trunk cut from the original fallen tree stump to create a sturdy base for a new table. On this base, he attached a perfectly cut round wooden tabletop, firmly secured so that it sits balanced and sturdy. This clever reuse of material not only reduces waste, but also gives the home a table and chairs set for the interior. For the outdoor floor, he uses evenly cut round wooden discs to create a natural yet sturdy surface. Each disc is sliced from solid logs, revealing the beautiful growth rings within. He arranges them closely together, carefully adjusting their placement so the gaps are minimal and the surface feels smooth underfoot. This type of flooring not only provides a stable area for walking and relaxing, but also adds an artistic touch. With that final touch, his house is now complete. Every beam, bamboo pole, and stone has come together to form a dwelling that feels as though it grew naturally from the surrounding forest. From the sturdy walls and handcrafted furniture to the outdoor cooking area and decorative railing, each detail reflects his patience, skill, and deep connection to nature. Thank you for joining him on this journey. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so you won't miss the next adventures. Goodbye for now, and see you in the upcoming videos.